Hi, my name is Brenda, and I wanted to show you how I made these bath bombs that I discovered can actually float. Not exactly because of the recipe, but because of the embed that I put inside. And the recipe itself is not mine, but I'm going to link in the description box and probably at the end of this video as well the video from where I got the recipe. It is from Marie from Humble Bee and Me. She makes great recipes for bath bombs, and actually my first bath bomb that I made it with one of her recipes, and I didn't have any of the issues most people seem to have on their first time. I was able to unmold it easily. It didn't break, and overall I had a very positive experience with her recipe. The first step in what I'm making right now is breaking up the big lumps from the powder portion of the recipe, from the citric acid and the baking soda, just making sure that everything is loose. What I'm going to do now is add the melted cocoa butter that is mixed with the polysorbate 80 into this. Actually, I think I left the oils sit on my counter for way too long. I think they should have been a little bit more liquidy so that they didn't create as many crumbs as they did. I'm not sure. This is my third time making bath bombs, so I'm not really all that experienced in it. But I'm using now my hands to break down and distribute that polysorbate 80 and the cocoa butter into the powder. Okay, now I'm going to add the fragrance, which I will be using a strawberry kiwi, and this is like a sampler bottle. It actually smells just like that, like strawberry kiwi. I like it. I think it has vanilla. I don't remember exactly how much, and I was reading on Soap Queen's website that if a fragrance has vanilla and you use it in bath bombs, sometimes you don't see the discoloration right away the way you would with soap. It can take weeks or months for the discoloration to be evident, so hopefully it won't be too bad. Alright, so what I'm looking for is the texture of cookie dough a bit. Being that I don't make cookies very often, like I don't remember the last time I made cookies, I don't know if that's it. But it says that if I grab a handful of the mixture and squeeze it, it should hold together a little. It holds together a little. Okay, so now I need to add enough liquid to get the mixture to hold together in a mold. So this is when I'm going to be using alcohol, and I'm going to put it in this mister. It's a fingertip sprayer, and I'll be using, oh well, what I have here is 50% alcohol. I would prefer the 70%, so I'm gonna go look for it. Even better, I found 91% alcohol. Now I'm supposed to spread this around in the bowl so that I have a lot of working area, and then do about 6 to 8 sprays and combine it quickly. Alright, so I'm combining it quickly, and then I'm aiming to add more if needed. And the way to test it is by pressing it together in my hand and tapping on it, and if it doesn't break easily, then it should be ready to add colorant and put it on the mold. That broke. Not ready. She also suggests using witch hazel, but I preferred only using alcohol. The suppose I could use witch hazel if needed. Okay, that one didn't break, so maybe it's ready. So what I need to do now is split this to color it. So I'm going to use banana boat yellow mica. Ideally I wanted to use blue or green because these bath bombs are for my nephews. However, the only blue and green micas that I have cannot be used in bath bombs because they have ultramarine, and ultramarine is not approved by the FDA to be used in bath bombs in the US. So there. So I'm using yellow and also this purple Vibrance mica, which it said somewhere. Well, actually, I looked it on the website, and on the website it said that it was safe for the bath. And also, I've noticed, I don't know if it's always true, but usually when it's safe for the lips, it tends to be safe for bath. But you should really check on your manufacturer's usage. It's something about either the sulfuric acid or something on the ultramarines reacts with the citric acid, or it has to do with what colorants are approved for to go in the body. Because when you're taking a shower in the bath, or actually when you're taking a bath, it's different than when you're taking a shower. Alright, so that's soft purple, and that should be enough. I don't want to stain any bathtubs. So if the colors are light, that's good enough. And what I found this. These are some ninjas, and I'm going to put them in the inside of the bath bombs. I found that if I put them in the inside, even though my bath bomb is gonna sink at the bottom, as it uses up some, it's gonna rise up because this makes it more lightweight. And I also learned that Nurture soap and I think Mad Micas and several other sellers do have specific sections of micas that are only for bath bombs, and they do have the blues and the greens that I want. So I'll probably order some for future gifts. Okay, I'm going to add more alcohol on all of them. Because alcohol evaporates quite quickly, so I need to make sure I'm within the working window of them. So I'm going to be using this mold. It's I found it at an antique shop. It's for yellow, and I actually dinged it the other day when I tapped to release the bath bomb I made. But so this time I'm gonna try to be careful. Maybe I should put some of the yellow at the very bottom so that it only goes on that little circle. Okay, let's see. And then maybe I can put some of the white. And at some point here, I'm going to add this. And I think I need to put a little bit more. And then probably put some of the yellow. And then more of the white. And now I think I just need to press it. So I'm using the heel of my hand to create a lot of pressure. Okay. So now I'm gonna tap it. And there it is. So part of this is crumbling, but it seems it's mainly the edges and the bottom. I'm gonna let it dry. Hopefully it won't crumble. I need to let it dry overnight. So this is the test in a bathtub. The bathtub is filled about halfway. This is not the same bath bomb, but it's the same recipe. On this one I use a different colorant, like a lab yellow colorant, which I think I put too much of it. It's very strong. After about 20 seconds, the bath bomb came to the surface and it started doing that thin rotating. And you can see a little bit now what's left of it, and it's that toy. I also made another bath bomb without that toy and it also floated, but it's a little bit different. I'll show you next. I also have this mold that I got from Goodwill for $5. It's oval shape. I bought it a while back, and that I think is gonna be good for Easter. And I'm going to give this to him. I don't know when I'm gonna publish this video, but Easter is still a couple weeks away right now, but usually I post videos like months later. So what I'll do is that I'm going to put some purple, then some white, and then some yellow. And then I'm gonna cover the rest with white. And now I'm just gonna press it down. I think this is when having a bath bomb press will be convenient, because then it makes all that pressure for you. You don't have to do each one. If I was selling them, I'll probably look into getting a bath bomb press, but since I'm only doing a few at a time for gifts, I'm okay with me pressing them. I let that egg-shaped bath bomb sit for about 2 minutes, and I made another bath bomb with the flower shape in the meantime. And then after about 2 minutes, I attempted to remove the egg-shaped bath bomb. This one required a lot of tapping for it to come out. I did some strong tapping on the top and then on the sides, and it eventually came out in one piece. It didn't break, and I let it rest and then I wrap it. Now the one that I'm gonna be testing is this one. It was made with the same recipe, same mold, and it was kept in a container like this. However, unlike the bath bomb on the right that has some plastic around it, this one, it was used inside the container, but it didn't have any plastic around it. So I'm not sure if that was what allowed it to dry more and therefore weigh less, that it came to the surface and floated like within 5 seconds of me dropping it in the bathtub, or it could be because of the shape. This test is being done 3 months after the making of the bath bombs, whereas my first test that I showed you was done within a week of making the bath bombs. And I've noticed that this one does not seem to fizz as strongly or as quickly as the previous one. It is rotating in a circular manner, however, it is not doing it really fast. What I will change, and actually I've already changed it, is that I don't use the same colorant that I use on this one, because you can tell it's a very strong yellow, and to me it doesn't look appealing. But anyway, I did grab a piece of it as it was disintegrated, and I could see the pattern of the zigzag dividers. Hi, I hope you liked the video. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. Bye.